Ryan, I can't think of a good joke for soft, but I think that you kind of know what I'm going for.
How about the fact that I'm now recovering from broken hype, if you will, from Square Enix, from just letting the ball down, and I'm in a dark recovery right now, but it's okay because the best dark recovery every year, despite the fact that the game I was most hyped to see didn't show up, there's still the press conference that I'm every year most hyped to see, and that's Ubisoft. We're going to watch the Ubisoft E3 2018 press conference. Welcome, everyone, to our continuing E3 coverage.
Yep.
So the reason I said Ubisoft is my most hyped is not necessarily because I'm always interested in their games. Well, it's not necessarily because the press conference is bad either.
Yeah.
They are charming people that make me feel good. Like, I feel good watching them. Even if they're doing cringy stuff or silly stuff, they're so freaking, they just spread joy. You know what I mean? Like, they
try so hard.
Yes. Even though the best way I could always, or analogy I could always use, I was never a big kids program fan growing up, but like whenever like someone would watch Sesame Street, I don't like all of those characters, but there's like an earnest, you know what I mean? There's something there that's just like, this is just joyous. Like, this is just people enjoying themselves. What's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this.
They got weird eventually. There's like a character whose dad is in prison.
In Sesame Street?
Yep.
Okay. Again, I don't remember much of it other than the originals.
I didn't know about this John
or like old staples, you know, like Bugs Bunny or like Animaniac. Like, there's certain things that are just like,
Animaniacs is in a league of its own.
They're just relatable, is what I'm saying. Even if cringy, because we've all been cringy at some point.
Yeah, I always like when kids things can do jokes for adults in there too that kids won't get. Like Toy Story had that one where Mr. Potato took his mouth off and started sticking it to his butt when Woody was talking, like you know, kiss my ass. But like, oh, kids aren't going to get that. And they had like, let's go find some prints in Animaniacs, and then Dot grabbed actual prints because he was still alive.
And I was getting specific with these examples.
Yeah, he was like, whoa, I meant fingerprints. And then she just looks at him and goes, I don't think so. Because, you know, sex jokes for kids.
Yeah, so we're going to do Ubisoft. Game-wise, what I'm actually looking forward to is some of the known commodities are Beyond Good and Evil 2, I believe, will show up. It'll leaked Assassin's Creed Odyssey based in Greece. So we'll be able to see. I haven't seen footage of that. I only know the premise. That's what leaked. That leaked well before E3 though. Then they eventually announced it. You know how this stuff works. Like, it happened to Bethesda too. Everything leaks and then they just announce everything.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know entirely what will be here.
Well, we will see.
Yeah.
And we're going to see right now.
18,
19, 20. Okay, we're
close enough.
Close enough. Yep.
Wow.
Our mic is not working.
Yes, it is. It's just the crowd is super loud. I also love the rooms, the theaters that they always go in. Like, they're just so...
yeah, that's huge.
Well, it's just like, but look at the building versus everyone else is in more modern. They're going
this is a fucking like theater.
Yeah, exactly. Ubi just has a style to them. Even if they fail, you know what I mean? They do it gracefully.
Yeah. I also really like her hair.
Fail's not the right word. Flail, like, you know what I mean? Stumble, I should say.
Flare.
Yeah. There you go. They have a flare, yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yes, we're just going to assume that they're ready.
Oh, that laugh was a little bit... I say this as somebody with like one of the worst fucking laughs in the business. I didn't realize how awkward my laugh was until I have to like listen to it back in post.
What are we opening with, Kyle?
Opening with Beyond Good and Evil 2.
That's a bird. That's a skull. All right, yeah, they have a pirate game. I forgot about that.
And that was a Roman ass helmet.
Oh yeah, the Crew 2. That's a known commodity. I'm actually really pumped for that because that has that open world, except with apparently like multiple different vehicle types. They announced that last year. Crew 2 comes out soon. It comes out this month, I believe, the end of this month.
Yeah,
that is something I'm hyped for. I will definitely be checking Crew 2 out, especially.
You're gonna go to Motor Core level 5.
Yep. Hey, we got a Panda.
Panda XP. That joke's gonna be really funny for everybody in like 3 weeks.
Outside, or is this pre-recorded, or?
I'm gonna assume pre-recorded.
I don't know what. Okay. We were talking about this just now in advance.
Yeah. Flare and cringe. Flinge. They have flinge. That's the word.
In my opinion, they're the closest we get to Western versions of Japan. Like, just leaning into your kookiness. America tries way too hard to be professional, in my opinion. Where's Ubi? Hey.
Dude, fuck
YOLO, right? Nice beanie.
This guy has 9 snare drums on him.
Nice Padme hair.
Yeah.
Nice chest. Oh. I guess we just I meant her stomach.
I know what you meant.
It zoomed in on it. Yeah, okay,
also,
thank you.
Yeah.
Because that was weird, right?
Yeah. I wasn't going to call you out on it, but I realized that me not saying anything may have made it worse. Oh, it's,
I tried to clarify.
Boo 21. Yeah, you got there. Also, they're playing like a horn section version of
Come on,
Havana.
give me a break. This is this is pretty weird. Okay, this is for Just Dance, I'd imagine. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Is that Just Dance?
Oh, that actually makes sense if it is. 'Cause, yeah, this is like a modernish song.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah.
I've never heard that.
Not the horn section, obviously. There was like a girl group that one of the members left, and then she made this.
What's up, Bear?
Oh, so this was live. Okay. That was not pre-recorded. I mean, it is now.
I just love how they go out and get all these professionally hired people, though, to do all this.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Ubi definitely has like a WWE-ness to the way they present things, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, commit. Oh.
My favorite part is that they must have had this thing set up like in a day in advance because you need to rehearse in the space.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They would have been here the other day, right? Rehearsing this.
Yeah.
Unless these people are just really good live.
No, you need like you can do like. So I did high school theater, right? And we did musicals. The early rehearsals, you'll just do it whatever space you have. But like when you get towards like the really later ones, you have to have like the set already set or like things.
Oh yeah, because you don't want to get tripped up on like.
Yeah, well, it's like actually.
No, I didn't notice that there was a dip here or whatever. Yeah.
Well, this 20th person now can't fit because we have this riser that's a little closer than we did in the rehearsal space, and now there's no space for them. And the guy 3 people back didn't notice because
like essentially there's always got to be room to do some improvisation, but you need
a little bit of space.
You need to be aware of that in advance.
Yeah. Now professionals, like for us in high school, right? This was like I feel like it's okay to kind of like talk over a bit of the stuff.
This sounds like a popular song beat.
We would need like weeks to get that shit ready. These guys probably needed a day. They'd get like a day of choreography and a day in the space, and then they're probably fine. And doing it in costumes a lot different too.
Get hyped. Welcome to Ubisoft.
Yep. Nobody has their phone out. One guy has his phone out.
Everyone's clapping instead. For such a live performance. Captivation.
I also never understand why people have their phones out for these things. There's better versions of this shit on the internet already.
I know.
Like, let's talk about the actual press conferences.
See, that's a telltale sign of people who like social media for like a status symbol. I was there. Screw your footage. That's better. I saw it firsthand, and I got evidence. It's like, come on. I don't disbelieve that you saw it firsthand.
I mean, like, good for you. I would say that like our way.
Those people might change their mind in like 10 years. They'll look back at that stuff and be like, delete. What was the point of doing that?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Don't
whereas
worry. They'll
grow up forever. This is going to be here in 10 years. And I'm going to be like, man...
This might be Beyond Good and Evil 2.
It's going to be like, man, look at how shitty my apartment was when I lived in a mansion.
I mean, this is some nice ice.
Yep.
I also like the music.
Yep.
By that I mean the tension. Oh yeah, I think that's what this is.
Cook, do you hear me?
That's...
Yeah, that's what that
is. Some very well done graphics.
I think this might be CG trailer though, or cutscenes.
Yeah. Oh, clearly.
No idea what you mean. Our food is healthy. Invigorating.
That kitchen is not up to code.
Captain to crew. Dead monkey in the crow's
Nest. I repeat, monkey down.
Yeah, this is definitely not like an engine, right? But
again.
Copy that, Captain. Hey, Paige. Bet we could use your space chili to overclock our engines.
Negativo, mi amor. Only you can melt my circuits.
Keep laughing, fools. The key ingredient to good cooking.
get them all drunk.
Yep. Paw.
Engineering to officers, we are dead in the water. I repeat, main engines are cursed.
Nox, come in. What have we got on the scanners?
Jack shit. Nada. Hey, wait. I see something. 3 o'clock starboard. It's massive. Get back here, Shane.
I have no idea what this is, but it looks really good.
I thought this was Beyond Good and Evil 2, but maybe I made that mistake before in the previous year. But I seem to remember that pig being from that
It could be.
CGI trailer. If that is the case, I haven't played the first one.
Nor have
I
I.
should mention. It's one of those franchises I want to check out, though. I believe it might be coming out on PC, or some of the devs' other games might be.
Yeah. I've always enjoyed humans and like anthropomorphic.
Oh no, I'm thinking of No More Heroes. Yeah, I constantly get those confused, and they're not related at all. This is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Okay.
No More Heroes 2 is the one that's very anime. That's what I'm thinking of. And they're making a new one of those. Travis Never Sleeps.
Yeah.
This is not that.
Protect us.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty anime.
Whoa. I don't actually. So I never played the first Beyond Good and Evil either. Was it an adventure game?
No idea. I
is
never
it-
played it either.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll take. I have to look into that more. All I know is this stuff looks really rad, but I don't know how much of this is gameplay.
I'm gonna say none of this is gameplay,
Yeah.
but how much of this is stuff you can do in the game? Nobody knows.
I mean, if it's Mass Effect-y, like where it's like this is cutscenes in between good combat, I
Yeah.
don't care. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
Slipping in and out every once in a while doesn't feel bad to have Commander Shepard do something rad for you.
Jade. Okay.
Yeah, you called it.
Pretty sure that character was the main character in the first game. Might be the villain.
Yeah. Oh, so I was
This
right. They
one?
did open with
I
that.
don't know. Yep.
I mean,
Actually, they opened with Just Dance, technically.
that was the first
The
one that
release
had
date.
a trailer.
Hello, I'm Gabrielle Schrager, narrative director.
And I'm Guillaume Brunier, senior producer.
We are so happy to be back this year to share our progress on our space opera, Beyond Good and Evil 2, a game full of wonder, emotion, danger, and high-stakes drama. Last year, you all saw the enigmatic green-eyed Captain Dakini leading the legendary crew of the Gada on a quest to discover the location and the mystery behind a deep space artifact known as Moksha.
But Dakini has since gone missing. Shani is now captain of the Gada, and she's leading her crew into the deep, unexplored space beyond System 3, when they come face to face
I mean,
with...
I'm always down with space.
Their nemesis, the Shredder.
Recognized a ferocious young Jade.
And the Foot Clan.
Okay, so maybe she's the villain from the first one.
I mean,
Presuming on the way they said
As
nemesis.
the incorrigible
Yeah.
chief cook of the Gada. We've got 2 other officers, Uma, the holistic chief medic,
Smoking a joint.
and Callum, our chief
Yeah. I
dig it.
engineer.
she's the doctor, and
All
yeah,
of these
those are some engineer goggles.
VR poker guy.
in our prequel.
Yeah.
Today, we are proud
he plays
to
blackjack
represent our growing production team
instead of poker.
in Montpellier, Barcelona, Bordeaux, and Sofia. Thanks, everyone, for making it happen.
Yeah. This would probably have a bigger impact on us if we had played those games.
Oh, yeah,
Or
absolutely,
that game
the
at all.
first
It
game.
seems like people are into it, and it like
It looks cool.
like it's presented well.
It's telling it me in a way that is like, hey, I want to check out the first game potentially. So
In a distant galaxy near the end of the 24th century. At this year's E3, we will be showcasing a new behind closed doors demo offering a first look at our major location, the sacred city of Ganesha. Now, let's take a look at our first pre-alpha gameplay footage.
pre-alpha, in quotes. let's take a look at this basically completely done scripted sequence.
Yeah. Is a metropolis filled with sacred temples, beautiful gardens,
and
bustling shops. But it's also a darker underworld.
It looks a little bit like Haven City.
Dirty bars and dangerous back alleys.
Jack 2.
Coruscant.
Is an action-adventure RPG that you can play alone or with your friends in co-op. From the intimate interior.
I say that is a good thing, by the way. I really enjoy Haven City.
Also, me too, because I also enjoy Coruscant.
At massively different scales. And all of this.
Or should I say enjoyed? Anyway.
What you will be seeing at E3 this year
Okay.
is only a very
So apparently they said co-op too, hey Kyle, for this. Interesting.
I mean,
we're doing features where we do one single-player game and then the next co-op. So if the first game's single-player, well, we might be able to. Who knows? Space Monkey program, Kyle. We made that. There you go.
Our community to
Sign up.
in a way that's never been done before through the Space Monkey program. We want our fans and people all over the world to really be a part of creating the game.
Okay.
There's not a lot up on the table.
We are issuing an open invitation for people all over the world to contribute their ideas, music, artworks, and create original content that players will experience as they explore.
We create original content.
I think they're talking more about
a universe of ways for artists to express themselves.
Yeah.
From giant
actual artists,
murals, street art, music, radio content, and much more.
To do this, we have partnered with a company at the forefront of community collaboration.
Oh, they're gonna put it in the world? That's
pretty
cool.
Dude, let's get the Pajodcast Media logo in there. Just on the side of a building.
Hey, what's up?
Who was that guy?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Kyle.
I know.
Thank you.
From such hits as Looper,
So thanks to
Inception,
you guys, thanks
The Dark Knight
to,
Rises,
and thanks to Gabriel.
and Third Rock from the Sun, man. That was how that was way back in the
For those
day.
of you who don't know, Hit Record is this thing that I've been making for a long, long time. It's really dear to me, and it's a place where people all over the world work together on short films or music or art, all kinds of projects. This is the first time we're making stuff that's going to go into a video game. So it's a little bit different than other like creative platforms that you can find on the internet, because the point of Hit Record, it isn't just to post and promote stuff that you've made on your own. The point is to collaborate. So, like when we're making music for Beyond Good and Evil 2, it's not just going to be a thing like a contest where people submit songs and then we pick one or two of them and we put them in the game. We're going to be really making the songs together. And the same goes for the visual assets that we'll be creating. So whether you're a writer, a musician, an illustrator, if you're a pro-level artist, or if you're just someone who really cares about Beyond Good and Evil and that world and you love it and you want to be a part of it, there's going to be ways for you to contribute. Our first creative challenges are live. As of like now, someone's at my office pushing the button, like very nervous.
Interesting. This is. I didn't know he did that. This is interesting.
He's like in the bathroom. He's like, "Fuck! I need to get back."
Beyond Good and Evil 2 page at hitrecord.org. And
yeah, I didn't know he did this either. This is really cool.
Do that shit. Thanks.
Go do that shit.
I'm gonna say Joseph Gordon-Levitt did okay there for someone, for a celebrity. That was not cringy at all. That was very professional.
Here. He belongs Good and Evil.
That was PowerPoint presentation levels. So like, okay, dude, you belong in this business meeting.
Yeah.
Record's approach to community collaboration.
Yeah, like it actually makes sense that he's here, right? It's not just like here's a random celebrity. It's like they're working with his shit to make things that are exciting for people.
Well, yeah, but it's also sometimes celebrities get themselves involved in these programs. You know, just hey, I'm a name. It seems like he actually had an idea with people about this. That's more promising for me.
Thanks everyone. Have a great.
I always enjoyed.
I'm kind of curious to see what that ends up being. If that just like if they put a oh my god, have you ever seen the anyway? Oh man,
dude.
The only problem with something like that is hopefully the collaboration process could create it so that it's not just all memes. Because I feel like then it would just be like.
I mean, there's gonna be some memes.
Yeah, but at what point do you just want to see? You don't want to see. At what point are you just gonna get tired of seeing Pepe the Frog everywhere? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna be filtering through like quality memes.
My name is Justin Kruger.
I'm hoping that there's some sort of curation to that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not just like here's a bunch of art.
That inspires us and drives us every single day.
Basically, we need to see more on that Hit Record. I'm gonna do some research on that myself. I think outside of that. So. Oh, Rainbow Six, right?
Yeah.
The Clans.
Over the past 2.5 years, we've actually.
There's the other thing to expect from Ubisoft conferences. Lots of clans.
And I'm excited to announce today that the Rainbow Six Siege community is now 35 million players.
Wow. A lot of people are playing that game.
Yeah, like 35 million or so.
Yeah. I mean, even before he said that, I'm just saying I haven't checked it out, but I heard a lot of people have been getting into it with new modes and stuff. Apparently, Ubisoft has been supporting all their games real well, is the thing I'm hearing.
As the community grows, so does the game. And as you can see behind me,
you guys, we learned from Unity.
The Italian GIS operators, Maestro and Alibi.
I mean, just mostly with free stuff half the time too, right? Like their patches have been extensive, modes in patches even. Like they're
free.
Yeah.
And if you want to get to know all of these
Speaking
guys
of free.
a little bit better, you can play Operation Parabellum, which is playable right now.
Free.
And if you
Provided
want
you
to
own
see
the
them
game.
in action at the top of their game, tune into the Rainbow Six Siege Pro League, kicking off on June 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, there's an esports for this too? Of course there is. I didn't.
Teams will be competing for 6 months of intense.
So this is Siege was the one with like terrorists versus like hostage situation in a house or a building, and then the squad or whatever, you know what I mean? The TAC team has to break doors and use tech to try to scout, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Siege was. And you could like break walls and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, they're actually doing like a full-on fucking
league. Yeah, I mean, if those player numbers are accurate, then absolutely they have the numbers.
No, but I mean, like, there's different models. You can do like the tournament circuit, like they kind of do with like Dota, or you could go in like full-on, like, no, we have our own league, like League and Overwatch do now.
Whether you're a player or just a fan of esports, there really is no better time to get into Rainbow Six esports. And with the growth of the game, the community, and the esports team, we want to take a moment to reflect on some of our most.
Maybe I'll ask you this off air. I don't know. I'm just. My roommate asked me a question the other day because we see sometimes NBA esport players, and he was just like,
lean back into the center of the frame if you could.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
And
here's the first look at.
We'll wait till here. Anyway, he just asked me, how does one become an esports player? Like, do you just play the game competitively forever? Like, I don't know.
So
I couldn't really answer that question.
People get picked up off the top of the ladder, and then get tryouts with teams and stuff.
So theoretically, from your home, if you were good enough, you could just keep playing and then rank high enough, and then eventually someone might pick.
Yeah, I mean, when they sign you, you move into like a house with the other players. And you have like a schedule. Like,
yes, but until then, I'm just saying, like, you would literally just need to play the modes that exist in a game, and then you could. Okay.
Absolutely.
Like, obviously, the people who do that only play that game. Like, it becomes a profession.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't say only, but 8 hours a day. Like, it becomes a job that you do.
With League specifically, because the queue times get really long at the top of the ladder since there's so few players, they'll play games while they're in queue. Because they'll be like 20 to 30 minute queue times.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like, okay, like, here's something that I can stop and start. Like, for stream, right? Because otherwise, they'll, like, when they're streaming, they'll lose viewership if they're not doing anything for 20 minutes, right?
Yeah. If they're streaming, yeah.
Yeah, well, most of them do, because it's like, I'm playing anyway, and it's, another source of ad revenue, or another source of income, right?
6 major Paris.
Yeah.
Esports. Yeah. It's coming out this month, but I don't care. If it is the Crew 2, like I thought, because that's what the logo looked like.
Yep.
So what's this?
Oh, what's up, Discount Evil Knievel?
Is he gonna actually do a stunt? No.
Yeah.
Just Undertaker's on in with his little dirt bike.
Yeah, we'll give
for trials. For trials.
Cameras.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. The people with full-on cameras will give
that's pretty good. You know what? High five the front row. I dig it.
Yep.
That just made the whole bit, bud. Also, the sticker's still on his hat.
Yeah.
Guy, did you just literally grab? Maybe that's meant to be that way.
No, some people think it looks cooler that way. That was definitely on purpose.
Is this guy related to Dan Reichert?
I mean, he cut with the fucking outfit?
And the trip. Whoops. And the sticker still on the hat. Like, that's a bit, right?
There's no way. Sold that pretty well.
It's all about crashing with style.
Crashing with style? Yep.
Hi. You're the creative director. Okay, you know what? That's a pretty good intro.
Yep.
Creative director.
Now I'm pleased to announce
Also, the chest hair is visible. I'm just saying.
That makes the bit. Otherwise, he'd have to step it up more.
New Trials. I'm excited for more Trials Rising. Trials is awesome. Trials Fusion is free right now on PlayStation Plus. People should check it out. It's a great game.
Yep. Hollywood.
Like, it's such a... Like, they do have multiplayer modes, but the single player is just so fun and relaxing. It can be challenging, obviously, sometimes, but... Okay, so they're showing multiplayer here. Maybe this is multiplayer only. So your air control's all by the stick, obviously. So, like, yeah. I don't know if you played Trials before, but...
No, but I've seen...
Do you even know how this game got started? Like, this was a Flash game initially.
Yes,
that's what I think is amazing about Trials, is everything it turned into. I remember playing, like, my buddy showing me on, like, his his old Mac, just like, hey, there's this keyboard and mouse game you can play in Flash, and it's just, like, trying to line up the bike, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, yep. Okay, this is interesting.
I'm pretty sure I played it as a Flash game.
Seeing what it's turned into and how it eventually went to Ubi, to me, it's just, like, nuts. Like, those are the to me, those are the success stories you like to hear about in the industry. So I think I'll constantly support this franchise until it gives me a reason not to.
Yeah. So
they're not really expensive either, right? Like, they price themselves smart. They know what they are.
Yeah. $20, $30.
Yeah, 20. Sometimes even 15. Like, sometimes, like, we know what we are.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's also a big reason why I think they do well.
Eat dirt, taste victory. That's a pretty good tagline.
I'm down for more Trials.
Sorry about that.
Okay, the bit might have been made by the people showing up to sweep it all off, to be honest.
Yep.
Trials Rising takes you around the world to iconic locations. You never ride alone, and competition is everywhere.
This dude's pretty good.
But competition is nothing without the players, and our community has always been pillar of Trials. In Trials Rising, we work with our players more than ever. To explain more, let me introduce Brad Hill, also known as Professor Fat Shady.
Professor Fat Shady? Yep, okay. That's a pretty good name.
University of Trials? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
What?
You made a mess.
Okay, don't milk it too long, guys.
Hi, Professor Fat Shady. Uni of Trials. So there's a school for Trials.
I became a fan of Trials because it's challenging, but so rewarding when you overcome something difficult. But I soon realized that a number of
it's the Dark Souls of racing games.
With the harder levels. So in 2013, I created the University of Trials, a YouTube channel dedicated to mastering Trials writing.
Okay, cool.
Now, before I go on, Ubisoft star players, I want you guys to make some big noise right now. All right. Well, 5 years ago, I was a star player just like them. But when Redlinks began work on Trials Rising, they approached me to design and create all of the tutorial content within the game.
Cool.
It has been an amazing experience.
That's actually a neat thing.
I wasn't the only one involved.
Because that makes the most sense. Probably the people who've played your game the most might know the good way to teach it.
There.
Yep.
I've been involved in the development of this game for the last 2 years. Whether they were track builders, streamers, or speedrunners, each brought something special to help shape this game. Now, if you want to get involved, register online at trialsgame.com for a closed beta happening later this year.
Good.
That's it.
Let's go.
Hey. What? We're not going to put a big coming soon up here. I think people are going to want to know the release date.
Yes. You're right. Trials Rising will release on February 2019.
Of course.
Early 2019.
This is the only time games are allowed to release, Kyle. Apparently there's something happening after February in the games industry that everyone knows that we don't.
They're all taking vacation for like 6 months. So they're getting
all the consoles are merging, and all games there'll be just one game that we play.
Or maybe
Disney's gonna buy the games industry. Actually, that's what's happening.
Do you remember the day Mario cried? Game of the year 2014.
Yeah,
that's when Dan's gonna put the fucking cartridge in and end video games.
Yeah, the Mario Party Apocalypse.
Yeah,
dude, that's a good song.
Yeah, good song pick for this. I want to see
Trials is so good. Those backgrounds are joyous to look at. Like, that's the other thing, right? It's a visual showpiece. When they turned it into like, hey, just enjoy yourself while you're doing this goofy shit.
Here's a truck with some road on it.
Like, it's one of those things that I found that even people who don't like games will like to watch you play, right? Yeah. I remember playing it at when I was at Shane's house, and Katie and his mom were there, and they were just watching because it was like, this is just like carnage with very nice backgrounds. I'm like, yep, with hard gameplay.
Yeah.
But if you're not, oh, Trials.
So if you get across without your bike,
you automatically die when you get to the end of the level.
Oh, perfect.
But some of these aren't those. Some of these are just kills.
Yeah.
Because they do the the Levolution stuff that Uncharted does. Yeah. Yeah,
see, the bike break always feels
you're meant to die at the end of levels. Also, if you haven't played it, Trials Fusion has a giant unicorn with a cat riding it with a handgun, which is a meme, I think. I don't know.
Sounds meme-ish.
But it's hilarious because you can use that instead of a bike. But it still controls like a bike, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah, that would be.
Like the animation shows it trotting all the time. Chris and I were laughing our heads off at it when we first saw it. Hi.
My name is Julian Garrity, and I'm the creative director on Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Hey. All right, Kyle, I'm going to defer to your expertise here.
You need to not. I remember almost nothing about this game.
Yeah, but now that you see it, you might have been able to point out differences or anything that you remember.
And chaos spread across.
When we saw that last trailer, you said that you remembered the first one was a little more urban. This one seems a little more grown.
The virus has mostly burnt itself out, but America is tearing itself apart.
Okay.
Washington D.C. is at the heart.
Oh yeah. This was that. Remember, this was that really like, hey, what if the world was this in 2030? And you're like, guys, this is a little too on the money.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Their survival.
That was really funny.
Maybe it's not though. Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So if I kind of like the idea because before there were some people that you had to deal with, but it was kind of like they were like a side nuisance compared to like the actual virus. Whereas now it seems more like we're just dealing with
the same trailer. I think so. Yeah.
It could be. I'm not sure. But if we're just dealing with like, oh, people are dicks now. We don't really have that many virus issues left. I kind of think that's really interesting. Excuse me. Interesting direction to go on.
Like hey, now that post-virus, now it's the world battling for new countries are going to form based on
Yeah, it's like when
Fox tribalism.
It's like when people figure out zombies, like in zombie movies, and then it's like, oh, but now we have to deal with all the people who are now dicks because they don't have law and order
like,
anymore.
This is my country, so this is my neighborhood.
Yeah. Now that the social contracts are taken apart, let's see what people are really like. I always like those kind of stories. This is also not the same trailer we saw.
Well, one of the interesting things about those stories, it always like harkens me to like, it's like a regression, if you will, right? It's interesting how a regression through evolution in that case.
Yeah,
it's weird because like even though
everything's
all modern, they're technically going tribal, right? They're going clansmen, like they're going really old school because they believe that's their only way to survive, and it's just weird.
Yeah. And I've also always been a fan of people who have technology that's better than they are. Kind of like with Numenera, right? Where it was like, we have all this advanced tech, but we don't really understand. Like, we're figuring out how it works. That was one of the things that always put me on with Stargate as well, was that, like, people had better tech than they had.
Yeah, like what you're specifically saying, it's been so much time that not only have allegiances divided, the kids and the people who are now running these factions don't remember what the world was like beforehand, so they don't really understand what they're using, right? They grew up in this tribalist.
Well, not even just that, but
so it's like it creates a regression.
Someone or Google something to figure out how it works. You have to go to
do that, yeah.
Even if you have people who like, yeah, well, I was around when this was a thing, but like, fixing my car. Well, I'm not a mechanic, but I don't know. I guess I'll figure out what works.
True, but I was more meaning like you were talking about like technology is like a tool, and then these later generations misunderstanding how to use those tools because they don't have any connection to them at all.
We're like figuring it out, right? Like the same way that we, like this, literally the exact same way that we did with Numenera. It was like, I don't know, we found this thing and identified it, and we think this is how it works.
You mean literally the same way all of society was initially formed, way back when, when people started to build things.
Yeah. But it's always interesting when
it's a pioneering aspect. I see what you're saying.
Right, but I like pioneering better when there has been something better before. Like in our modern
but
society,
but that's always the case.
Well, not really. We are now getting to we have formed the peak at this point of what we've ever had
here. But in our current society. But I mean, like if you look at any start of civilization, there was always something better before it. For the most part, unless you're talking like Big Bang, right?
Yeah, no, but I mean like
it's not like the Romans were like, oh, we're not connected to anything. Like there was Egypt before that, right? There was always something crazy and some big thing that you were drawing from, and artifacts you were digging out. It's just your perspective on what those are obviously has changed over time, and especially now that we're in like our peak has been like 100 years ago or however several hundreds of years ago. Help.
Yeah. That handwriting is atrocious.
I'm pretty sure it's a kid. It was on a crayon. Well, it might not be.
Yeah. Also, that's straight up Washington.
Yeah, they said that. He said that in the comment.
Yeah. So that's
we were also totally talking over this trailer. So.
Yeah. I mean, I caught that, but it's just like I wasn't like surprised. I was just like, oh, that's Washington. Yeah. The first one, I can't remember if it was LA or if it was New York because I always get.
Okay. I think it might have been New York because it looked real urban. Yeah. I guess LA is urban, but yeah.
Right.
For those civilians and for the country.
I just remember some Wall Street looking places, I guess I should say.
Will be written
in footage.
If you succeed, history will remember the few brave heroes who fought to save a dying nation. This setting lays the groundwork for a compelling story-based campaign in which your actions have a clear impact on the lives of civilians. In The Division 2, Washington, D.C. must prepare for the greatest threat it has ever encountered. To face it, you and your fellow agents will need to bring your equipment and tactical abilities to the next level. Once agents reach the end of the main campaign,
those are your classes?
Select a new path.
Okay. Oh, so you pick the specialization at the end of the campaign. Interesting.
That means endgame, Ryan.
Of course, but like that's not normally how that works.
Tipped crossbow. No, it's not.
Normally, you're doing all that throughout the game, and then it just carries over into your endgame.
Yeah, that's interesting though. I like that idea.
Additional tools and abilities, including exclusive versions of skills. Specializations enable you to truly complete your own personal playstyle, but also to synergize with other players and take team play even further. Speaking of teamwork, I'm excited to announce
their logo that just reminds me of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo to a degree.
8 players will be able to partner up.
8 players?
The ultimate endgame challenge.
A raid.
Raids are coming to the Division 2.
Indeed. Oh, apparently that's everyone likes that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. If it's 8 people, you know how hard that's going to be to get to.
We learned a lot from working on the first game.
I thought we were going to say we learned a lot from watching Destiny.
I wish I could just experience raid level content without so many people.
Well, if they have matchmaking.
I know, but it's just it's not. Those contents aren't made for matchmaking usually.
3 DLCs in the form of episodes.
Okay.
Each one will bring new story, new areas to explore, and new activities.
World event. Okay, well, this is a very Destiny-ass map here.
All of these episodes will be completely free.
Except that.
For everyone.
Except you're not milking them $20 every time.
Okay.
Hey, what if Destiny content but free?
Yeah, I like that whole line was just like.
Remember the whole theme?
Destiny.
Everyone's gonna outdo Destiny.
Destiny. Yeah.
Destiny 2 is not coming out soon enough, guys. I don't think. Or the new DLC. Sorry, I should say. People seem to be happy about what the announced changes were. To be fair, but with Braden Holtby, no, I'm kidding. That guy just
a little bit. Discount Braden Holtby.
Right now, and
there you go. That's him there.
Yeah.
Conference is done.
Here goes.
Should be at that Stanley Cup parade.
Yep. Well, this was before. Remember, we're not watching
yesterday.
Remember, this
yesterday from Dave recording. This is like our 5th one, dude. I'm not going to have this one up today.
I know. But I mean, when we recorded it, we've kind of clarified what the day we're recording them and the day that they go up.
Yeah. Well, we didn't. But this is day 2. This is 2 stuff. Actual in-game footage, work in progress. Okay. America will never be destroyed from the outside.
Also,
this is a little on the nose.
Yeah. Also, I was just going to say that that's the case for most sovereignty countries that get big. You know, it's usually never someone else that gets you. Turns out it's hard to manage people. Not easy.
That's why you got to do like a cool 35 million. You bring in a few refugees, but you just have like the biggest country in the world geographically with like one of the smaller populations.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think any country has room to say we do it best. Everyone's faltered.
No, I'm just saying that is a model for success.
I know. I'm just saying society is tough.
Have a lot of space and not that many people.
It's not an easy thing to keep balanced.
Nope. Well, at least they didn't put in the like super bored sounding people.
Oh, the hi. Yeah. We're gonna. There was a couple lines at the end of that one.
But it was like I'm down.
That's the thing, right? I knew we'd only get a trailer here because we got an extended gameplay sequence at the Microsoft conference.
Yeah. Microsoft
stole all these Ubi's thunder, as we keep saying.
Yeah.
Also, and we're saying that for Square and every other conference. I mean, that's on them, though, right? They it's up to them to choose to show us.
They send that stuff to Microsoft.
Yep.
If they realistically, they should be doing their stuff before Microsoft and Sony, but like those should probably be the last 2, with them being like the console guys too, right? March 15th, 2019.
Yeah, early 2019. A game's coming out after February, but
that's March, so
it's not that. That's not that much later.
No, I've yet to see anything for after my birthday, so maybe the world's gonna end when I turn 28, Ryan.
Well, I mean, the world's gonna end after the Division. Can't you clearly tell by its conceit?
Oh, you're right. I'm not. Yeah,
we're not making Division. He will not divide us. He was wrong.
Oh my God, Shia, you fucked up. You're fucking stupid. That's a really terrible
Assassin's Creed thing?
I have genuine idea.
Oh no, okay. Rayman, maybe.
Yep.
The visuals, I'd say. I just saw bushes at first. I was like, jungle or something, or...
Lead producer. And it's an honor to be back here 1 year.
Rayman Traditions, Rayman Legacy. I'm trying to think of names they haven't used.
It was incredible.
Hashtag Mario Rabbids.
As a team, I just wanted to thank all of you for the support and all the feedbacks we received. Thank you.
Why do we have hashtag Mario Rabbids?
Oh, maybe that's what this game is.
Yeah.
Another Mario Rabbids?
So we also started a year ago to work on a brand new adventure, and with a brand new hero as well, one that we cherish and we love, Donkey Kong. So for today...
Oh, Donkey Kong is going to be Mario Rabbids.
Celebrate the upcoming release of the Donkey Kong adventure, and what better with music than with Grant Kirkhope, our composer.
Oh, Grant fucking Kirkhope? So yeah, because it's rare, I guess.
You're a Grant Kirkhope.
Grant Kirkhope is great, dude. His music is fantastic. He did the music for fucking GoldenEye, dude.
Banjo-Kazooie. Did he do Tropical Freeze?
I'm not
that's
sure.
a good soundtrack.
Yeah, fuck off, Dan. Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie and GoldenEye were like his big ones. If you ever played Banjo-Kazooie, he was also the voice of those toilets that went "Thank you" whenever you put eggs in them.
Yeah, I remember playing Banjo-Kazooie. It was a while though. I played that as a kid. I couldn't really remember specifics. There was the dude with he had the thing in the backpack. There was Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah. Yep. But
it was an action platformer.
Yeah. I don't know if he did the music for DK64 or not, but
is this a new game or
it must be?
This must be a new. Oh, it's a new Mario. It must be a new Mario Rabbids, but Donkey Kong's in it, I guess.
Clap. Yep, that's Peach Rabbit. Is that a Cranky Kong Rabbit? Is that who that's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah.
Andrew WK, take some fucking notes. This is how you do a concert at a press conference.
That's not how sharks work.
but isn't it
That's
though?
also that's not how dirt works. Okay, that one person rocking the guitar though.
Yeah, she is really into it.
She's going for it.
She's played at least one dive bar before.
Hey, she might have been done a little better than that. How do you know?
Okay, first of all, dive bars are not necessarily a bad thing. Second of all, I didn't say that was her peak. This is possibly her peak, but she could have done better than that. But she has played at least one dive bar. Oh, that's Naruto.
No, that's Nintendo music, but okay.
No, not the music. I meant the guy with the headbands.
Oh, I don't think that was actually meant to be Naruto.
Okay.
This seems like they just added Donkey Kong to Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
The Donkey Kong verse, if you will.
Yeah. No, the music is very clearly DK, all the way through. There we go, Donkey Kong and the Banjos. It's exactly what
I never played this, but a lot of people seem to like it. It's basically just XCOM, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Adventure? Yeah, okay.
Good performance.
Yeah. Fucking Grant Kirkhope. Okay, lady, I've had 3 separate people who messaged me after work about trying to take my shift for tomorrow. I'm not giving my shift away tomorrow, people.
They want you to give it away?
3 people want to work for me tomorrow. I'm like, chill out, people.
You pick
Also,
one.
No, I'm fucking working. I need money. I had to do my MVI.
Oh, it's DLC, I see. That became clear as they slid that down.
Yep.
What do we got here?
Jesus fuck.
Singapore.
Piracy is dead?
Oh. That kind of piracy.
Yeah. So say we're never gonna stop downloading.
The old guard was wiped out. Those who kneeled were now at the gates of hell.
Yeah, that voice actor sounds really familiar.
They were killing us off, burning our seas from shore to shore.
Long live piracy. Piracy's not dead.
I thought there was no way the Empire could win this game. As fate would have it, the tide turned in our favor again. A new wind was at our backs, blowing us straight to heaven. In our new Eden, there was only one rule. First come, first serve. It was dog eat dog.
I mean, I've always enjoyed pirate ship combat.
Yeah, they use that engine, I'm sure, for that they put in Assassin's Creeds. I imagine this will have similarities with some of the boat stuff.
They had their empire. Now it was our turn.
If this isn't that, which it might not be. Because I'm pretty sure they were making a Skull and Bones or something. There was a name of it that Ubi was making a pirate game. So I believe they were trying to go for Sea of Thieves, but
less cartoon.
But other.
Yeah.
More pirates, it seems. Also, that was a huge wave that he was just riding on. Did you see that? That's pretty rad.
We thought we were.
Riding a tidal wave on a boat. That's magic. That's anime.
dog-eat-dog world, we were wolves. And wolves hunt in packs.
Yes, Skull and Bones.
Yep, looks like that could be pretty good.
That's for that CGI trailer. They didn't show any gameplay.
No, but like conceptually.
They probably still might though.
Soulless empires. There are greedy trading companies, and of course, ruthless pirate games sailing the seas. But there are no heroes. Hello, my name is Justin Farron, creative director at Ubisoft Singapore. And for the past year, my team and I have been anxiously awaiting this moment to invite you, our fans, to join the hunt here at E3 2018. Piracy is dead in the Caribbean. The empires crushing all those who oppose them. So your next big score? The Indian Ocean, home to the richest trade routes in the world, where merchant ships carry cargo worth over $10 billion a year. And you're gonna steal every last fucking coin.
Yeah, he said fuck.
No, it's just ridiculous.
Now I have to censor that.
You pick up intel on a
Ha
heavily
ha.
guarded frigate, fat with African diamonds meant for the Grand Mogul of India. That treasure will help you claw your way to the top, to become the pirate that no empire can take down. Second, you must know your hunting ground. Our reactive and evolving world is reflected in what we call fortunes, presented to you by Taljid, the fortune teller. Now, fortunes reveal changes in factions, weather, and the trade routes themselves. Today, Taljid reveals favorable winds. That means more merchants to rob, but also more competition. And now I'm proud to share with you the essence of Skull and Bones.
If they actually have like day-to-day weather systems like that everyone shares, I think that sounds rad as fuck.
Will you fight or will you ally? This is
Or like
what we call the hunting grounds.
Some factions you're good with, some factions you're not.
Let's head to the hideout and have a great E3.
Your hunt for the convoy starts here, in your hideout, deep within the Chagos Islands. This hidden pirate den provides everything you need for your next strike. From your shipyard, you choose the Black Horn for the upcoming battle. The strong winds will boost its speed, giving its battering ram.
Oh, you actually get to fucking like fit out your ship for like specific encounters and stuff?
Crew and gear for the mission ahead.
I'm actually super into that conceptually.
Demi cannons are slow loading, but
Different types of cannons, yeah.
Different types of cannons, sails, crew, and I feel like your crew like levels up and shit from experience. Like that would be pretty rad.
With everything loaded, let's head
Yeah, this seems a lot different than Sea of Thieves.
The winds are strong and the day is clear.
Good.
Shots fired.
Yeah. From a cannon shots fired, Ryan.
Well, you can shoot yourself out of a cannon though. That's a cool thing in this.
That is pretty rad.
Advantage of the strong winds.
There she is, with our loot.
That fort is too strong to simply
Land
sit
ho.
past. Its cannons can blast you out of the water. You need to find a way to sneak by before the convoy slips away.
Exciting, Captain.
Fortunately, deception is another tool in the pirate's arsenal.
Let's fool these blackguards.
Oh, perfect.
Disguised as a Portuguese merchant, you try to creep past the fort.
Captain, if we engage, they will see it through our guys.
We can disguise ourselves.
Yeah, the ship combat here looks very Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Like lining stuff up, but it seems like initially they probably layered some new stuff on it, like those rams and stuff. I don't think you could do that type of stuff in. Like I know you had guns, but I don't know if you could spec them out and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The optimal course for an intercept. Rigging your sails
But they did have some of this like line up beside them, like mechanically. I mean, the way you control the ship and
Boarding
stuff.
plank. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just have to like murk your way through like their crew, murder everyone and steal all the gold. Yeah. They had a sequence like this.
It seems more RPG even. Like those ships looked AI and that they had levels.
Yeah, that's
level 15 ship.
All of that is stuff I'm okay with.
Okay, you're hot swapping between your. Okay, it's almost turn based. Well, not turn based, but you know what I mean.
Cooldown based.
Yeah, cooldown based. There you go. More tactical though. It seems way more tactical. Sea of Thieves seems way more actiony than this. This just seems more like tactical combat until you get on board, I imagine.
Yep.
And then I imagine you get sword play. And guns, probably. Light guns. Pistols.
Yeah,
one-shot pistols.
Yeah, because you don't have time to reload that shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Your attack has alerted a powerful Portuguese warship.
That water looks good.
The helm is a Commodore. Too tough to handle on your own. Even worse, you could lose your loot.
We need some support. Is this where they do the Ubi thing? Yeah, this is where they do the zoom out and you get other helpful players. Yeah. Invite to group.
Captains have answered your call. 4 against 1.
It's actually a multiplayer game, of course. That's okay though. So it seems like the other players will have their own boats.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah, this seems way more of a boat game.
Tight squadron using a coordinated battle plan. The enemy strikes first.
Boom.
The first ship goes down.
No! Rest in peace, Matt.
Brenton.
That's okay? What's happening?
Maybe he regen or health or something.
The Commodore turns his cannons on you. You brace for fire, absorbing the first blow. Your allies maneuver for position. The Royal Fortune acts as a tank, drawing the Commodore's fire. It unleashes its special ability, Siege Mode. Once anchored...
Okay, so the boats have alts.
There's abilities?
Boat alts.
Yeah.
So this is just... So what if... So now, Kyle, what if these boats, but lanes with little boats, and then towers that you had to... Or fortresses you had to kill, and you had to make it to the castle at the end, and each side has a castle, and it's 5v5? Boat MOBA, Kyle.
Boba?
Boat MOBA. Mo-boat? Mo problems.
Boatba?
That actually doesn't sound too bad, honestly. Boat MOBAs. Except each boat's a hero unit with its own abilities. That actually doesn't sound bad at all. Also, it just confirms that Jamin was right. Everything is iterative. Boat MOBA.
Can turn new allies into deadly enemies. For there is no honor among
thieves.
Yeah, don't you know? Nathan Drake already established that. Okay, not a date either. Surprised. You sure it's not February? The first game that might come out in the fall.
That logo is really good.
You mean the publisher logo?
Yeah.
To the digital space.
Oh yeah, this thing that what's his name's a part of.
You're completely safe.
Frodo, Elijah Wood. Yeah, Transference.
Yep, that's actual Elijah Wood.
Yeah, they showed this last year a little bit. It was like a teaser, so everyone was kind of wondering what this is.
Hello everyone, my name is Elijah Wood, co-founder of SpectreVision. Though we're known
What's up, Elijah Wood?
Content, we're also avid gamers, and the opportunity to partner with Ubisoft was something we
it's a
had to
VR
be
thing.
part of.
And my name is Benoit Richer, game director on Transference. Together, we combine the storytelling techniques of film with the interactivity of video games, enabling us to create this unique, deeply immersive world with a dark and unsettling narrative.
Have you ever dreamed of entering someone else's consciousness, exploring their darkest thoughts and most intimate secrets? With Transference, we're bringing a first-person exploration game into a chilling new dimension.
What was that?
I think he just fucked up twice and was like, "Oh God, this is happening." And he just
while shifting between the perspective
rolled. That was like, no,
no, not a second time.
Piece together the mystery.
This fall, in VR and on traditional platforms, we welcome you to uncover the secrets hiding in this mind-bending psychological thriller that will leave you with.
I feel like he's looking into my soul right
long
now.
after you put down the controller.
Maybe he's in your consciousness. I mean,
oh my god. Yeah.
What's going on?
This doesn't seem super cringy with like who they're bringing in. Like,
no.
Like again, like Elijah Wood. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
You're gonna see here real soon, okay? Just hold still.
Don't believe his lies.
Are you comfortable?
This looks like it might be an adventure game.
I know this rig's a bit cumbersome, but that's always
It's okay.
the way with these new prototypes, huh?
Slow walker. Tension builder.
And all you have to do is just be. I know things haven't been so great lately, okay? I do. I've been a lousy father, huh? Unable. Lousy husband, too.
You should go to sleep.
You've seen how rotten that's gotten, huh? But all that is gonna change. We're all gonna be together.
Okay, that's
all
ominous.
Of our hard work, reverse the process. All of our sacrifices. That's my gift to you.
Trust the process.
Help me! Help me!
Travis.
Sigh.
Dad, why are you doing this?
I love you, son. I love you with all of my heart.
It's real trippy. I thought my eyes were like, "You're going blind right now." Fall 2018. Okay, still nothing after.
After March. Well,
Yep.
yeah, they normally you won't get announcements release dates for fall of 2019, but sometimes you'll get like August or. We did have one that said just 2019, so.
That could have been before too. Who knows?
For this, we will sacrifice the world of Atlas to the harvest.
The world of Atlas? Should I know that?
Let's get out there.
Oh, I probably should know this.
Go show them what Starlink can do.
I mean, space. We're always okay with space.
It'll be Toronto. There's some No Man's Sky looking planets.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
ships.
say.
There aren't enough of us. We need to find help from every planet in Atlas.
Okay. Big boss fights. Hey, what if No Man's Sky but instead Monster Hunter?
The more of us there are, the
Also, you have a party.
Exactly.
Yep.
You must feed my legion.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, it's one of those Toys to Life games?
No.
Drax isn't going to stop until we end this.
And hook it up to your controller?
No.
Weird.
I was like maybe in, but now I'm out.
The Toys to Life ruined you?
Yeah.
Wait, oh, Starlink. Battle for Atlas, okay. Or Atlas, sorry.
Atlantis. Were you thinking that was Starfield for a second?
Yeah, my mind got all messed up there.
Yeah, wrong dev.
Hello everyone, I'm Laurent Melville, Creative Director on Starlink Battle for Atlas. Last year, revealed our modular starship innovation to the world and showed you how players could reconfigure it instantly to adapt to any challenge. This year, we're excited to show you what the depth of the open world that we've built and put the game directly into your hands. We're going to take you on a journey 400 light years away from Earth to the Atlas star system. Discover exotic planets.
I wonder if it's forced Toys to Life where you can play without it.
Local factions and forge your alliance. Upgrade your pilots, starships, and gear.
Like all this stuff sounds great, except for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Atlas from the relentless Forgotten Legion. The mission will not be easy. Atlas is a dangerous place. and our heroes.
Also,
all the help.
you know how we were making the No Man's Sky comparisons?
Yeah.
There's a whole sub-faction that you have to upgrade through you get their passes in No Man's Sky called Atlas. Like, so it's like, not only visually is some of the planets and ships, then you have Atlas in your title.
Yep.
Could use a little help here.
I mean, whatever, right? It's just words, but
Can you hear me?
that doesn't ruin it for me or anything. It's fine. I don't know. It's not noticeable.
Yeah, worth remarking. It's almost like that's like the whole point of what we're doing right now. To get meta.
Yeah, he should have said something, whether it's Force Toys to Life or not, because like the trailer didn't really make that clear, right? Because that kind of came in at the end. Wait,
that's fucking Star Fox.
Rock and roll, boys.
That's fucking
wow.
Star Fox.
Is he in the game? I mean, they did say they want to get all the planets. Is there a planet in Star Fox named Atlas? Or anything in Star Fox named Atlas?
I don't know about if it's in Adventures or not, but not in 64. I never played Adventures, but I think people hated it. But goddamn, the 64 a really good game.
Hey! One of the reasons to always get excited. Here is everyone's favorite.
Hello, everyone. It is an honor to welcome Star Fox in Starlink, Battle for Atlas. Isn't it?
Yeah, boy.
It's amazing.
He's great.
Ever since I started working on Starlink,
Shane remarked on him last year when we did the cast after the fact. He just brings an enthusiasm, like I was saying, and a charm that I love.
3D game I've ever played, and I'll never forget that.
This was the first game I owned with like when we bought our 64.
Star Fox was?
Yep, with 64.
So he's to confirm they announced that Star Fox was going to be in that Starlink.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, that game. Seems like it's like maybe a XCOM style or maybe like Mass Effect style party. You're building a party, and Star Fox is probably one of the members you can add.
Give a special thanks to a dear friend with us in the audience today, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Miyamoto.
Miyamoto's here?
Oh yeah, they've partnered before. Remember that was last year when they partnered with Mario.
I guess he's there because so he'll probably be at the
There's several. If you look at this is the second thing, even this press conference that's partnered with Nintendo, right?
Yeah, I mean, Miyamoto himself, dude.
He was on the stage last year as well.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I like seeing him.
I know. I'm just pointing out that.
He's got like the happiest face ever.
I'm just making sure. Yeah, it's not a new thing.
No.
This partnership is well known now. It's a good thing though. I think it's been good for Ubisoft and Nintendo.
You know, it's the first prototype of the vessel that we such saw. Do you like it?
That looks cool.
Yeah.
But do you think you need to own that to play as him?
So, thank you very
no.
much.
It's a pretty good looking R-Wing though.
So it is actually a vessel that has been created by the team, and they would be so happy to see you backstage. So let's go and join
Doesn't
them.
Miyamoto like not speak English at all? Like very little. Like
very little.
But like probably not enough to have a full-length conversation, especially if somebody has a pretty heavy accent.
No, he sometimes comes up and says stuff. Like I'm like usually easy enough to understand him, or sorry, like I think he understands English.
Oh, okay.
Well, like that's usually how it works for people who've been acclimated to a degree. Harder to speak English than it is to understand it.
Yeah.
For everyone at E3, please be sure to come by the Ubisoft booth where we'll have a full hands-on demo for you to try.
I like it's like all these humans, and then it's like, oh, here's Star Fox.
Starlink will launch on all consoles on October 16th with Star Fox as an exclusive Nintendo Switch experience.
Okay.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch.
Well, if I get it, I might get it for Switch then.
So it's available on all consoles, but yeah, only obviously Star Fox is only with Switch.
That makes sense.
Check out starlinkgame.com to pre-order the game right after the conference. Thank you so much for being here today, and have a great E3.
Doesn't Switch have that thing where you can put you know, what are they called?
Amiibos?
Oh man, yeah, onto them?
No idea.
Well, I'm sure it still has support. If that's the case, then I imagine that's how that Star Fox character will get added, eh?
Yeah, probably.
By the thing, and then you just. They didn't really answer if the.
For Honor? What the fuck? That's still happening?
Oh yeah, that's still out.
Yeah.
For Honor's out. It's out already.
Nobody cares.
No, people play that. It, like most Ubisoft games, they've been updating it, and the community sticks around when you do that.
Okay.
Streamers, cosplayers, artists, tournament organizers.
They probably are just releasing DLC, I'd imagine, or a sequel, I guess.
You are for honor. Indeed. Hello, I'm Roman Campos Soyola, Creative Director. Whether it be upgraded stability with the dedicated servers, release of heroes, constant balancing and new training tools, we would not be here without your passion and commitment. You've helped us enrich the experience. Thank you. But actions speak louder than words, right? In celebration of E3, we are inviting new players to join. So, if you haven't played For Honor yet, now is your chance.
You think you're going to go free to play?
Starting today and until next Monday,
Oh, just for a weekend.
we are giving away the PC Starter Edition on Uplay.
Oh.
Download it this week on PC, and it's yours.
Forever.
For free.
Yeah, I see. Okay. You got a week to get it for free, but only for PC.
Join the fight with us.
Do you think you could even launch the Uplay app on your computer?
Yeah, I have before.
Okay. Don't try it now. I don't want to shut down everything on you.
No, I don't have it on there
things.
anymore. But
I was kidding. Okay.
This isn't gameplay, obviously. This is just CG.
No.
What?
You can go ahead and say that this guy might be good at fighting, this girl might be good at fighting, bad at using swords. She was holding it by the blade. She's still holding it by the blade.
She's got armor. That's okay. She's got a gauntlet on.
Not okay.
Yeah,
Sword
wouldn't
discipline. Sword discipline.
No.
You treat it like you're holding
that means that you'll be able to be more unpredictable, because if other people aren't willing to sacrifice pain normally if you didn't have a glove on, but she has a glove on, so it doesn't matter.
Discipline. You
I
got.
don't know. What is this? Is this more For Honor, or that's what it looked like initially? But
I assume so.
I mean, it's definitely an Ubisoft trailer.
I mean, yeah. Song's alright.
This song kind of sounds like. Whoa. She's out. She's just gonna ride Falcor out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're adding. I see. They're gonna add different.
Yep, with some Asian shit.
Different histories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Timelines, time periods, sagas, eras.
Yeah.
There we go. Eras of warriors. Yeah.
Marching Fire is a pretty good subtitle.
Well, cool. That also releases this fall. That guy was in the middle there with glasses, was unimpressed.
Cataclysm that brought knights, Vikings, and samurai to fight. Civil war consumed China. Warriors of the Wulin factions fought each other, but failed to establish order. Amid the chaos, 4 warriors of the Wulin now march west. With a new faction, 4 new fighters, visual enhancements, and single-player content yet to be revealed, the Marching Fire update is our biggest and most ambitious addition so far. But this update would not be complete without answering a huge request from our community. A new 4v4 multiplayer mode fulfilling the classic medieval fantasy. You know what it is? The Castle Siege. So please, allow me to introduce you to this new mode, Breach.
Sure. I played a beta for this. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. If did you ever play Mountain Blade?
Nope.
Okay, so it's kind of that vein, not completely. It's kind of a little more. It's like the Call of Duty version of medieval combat. Sometimes it's like jumps you right in on a battle, like in a mode, in like not a big map, but not small either, like about medium, right? And usually this seems to be their based on what I'm looking. This seems to be a 4v4 objective based. This seems more Overwatchy to me, just with a little less heroes. Because I imagine you got to breach each door. You know what I mean? You know, move the payload, if you will. Move the what would it be?
Siege tower.
Yeah, whatever breaks the door down, the battering ram, right?
Yeah.
You need to move with each objective. I'm curious if it's 4v4 and then there's fodder enemies, because that in all the other modes there's usually some AI fodder enemies that you can duel on top of actual people, depending on the mode you're playing, obviously.
Yeah.
Because they want to try to give off the scale of an assault, right, or of a battle.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I was showing you, or I didn't actually show you, but kind of like how in Titanfall 2 sometimes they have grunts or just AI enemies just around that you can easily kill. That's cool. Oh man.
Yep. The fucking Sung Wukong over there.
Oh. The night. Oh man. Triple H is here.
It's time to play the game.
Both are gonna. That looks interesting.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing too with modern games is sometimes I want to wait a year before they're out, because whatever's there will be just so
much better
patched and new DLC and changed. Here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Delphine.
Despite its eggs, its faults, I liked the crew too. Its warts, that's what I meant to say.
Will be yours. Freedom
eggs.
to get your hands on your wind car, bike, boat,
and you mean the crew 1, because you've obviously not played the crew 2?
What about Sea-Doos? It looks like they're Sea-Doos. What about snowmobiles?
The crew 2 releases on June 29th.
That's
and we are
very
very
soon.
happy to announce that the open beta will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC
now
on June 21st.
Oh, the 24th. Wow.
But there's more.
Open beta, 8
can
days
fill
before it
out the open
releases.
beta
Yeah, that's a little
now, so
late.
you'll be ready to hit the road as soon as it starts. From all of us at Ivory Tower.
I mean, I'm going to check
welcome
the beta
to
out
Crew
for that.
2.
Rendered in engine. I mean, it's a car game. I'm sure it looks okay. The crew wasn't like a masterpiece because it's such a big world, right? So they can only do so much, but
yeah.
But being able to actually go in the water in this game is good. Because in the other game, the first game, you just go into the water and it'd respawn you on land. I'll probably do the same thing I did with the first one too, where I go to try to find landmarks in cities like arenas and you know, Empire State, and because they only render some of the country, but a lot of the cities. So you're just like, well, I want to see how much of this stuff they actually put in here. Yeah. Like the first one had a story, but the first one's story was pretty Need for Speed, you know, or Fast and Furious. You're a gang, you're infiltrating a gang of street race, you know.
Yeah.
That tried and true trope that.
You mean you're like infiltrating a crew?
Yeah. The 717 or something, what it's called. And you couldn't upgrade your home base, really. You just more cars came into it. With all the new vehicles in this, I hope that means you can like kit out your garage that has all this stuff in it.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were showing some of that with the guy driving into. Then you saw planes and cars, yeah, like this. Because that's kind of the thing. The crew controlled really arcadey, but if they add all these other vehicle types, then it kind of doesn't matter that it controls arcadey, right? 'Cause it's like that's okay.
Yeah.
Now it's just about having fun in this world. It's like, what if Far Cry but no guns? Like that's good to me. That's a cool.
Ubisoft Quebec.
Oh, this would be might be.
That looked relatively Greek.
Tell me before you let our son go.
Also Montreal.
Oh, Quebec, this one, not Ubi Montreal.
What did I say? Yeah.
Where do we begin?
Oh yeah, this has got to be Assassin's Creed.
Who we will become.
I mean, this just kind of looks like Origins.
Before you.
But Greek.
But not, I mean, how much of Origins did you play?
Egypt?
I guess you didn't play Origins then. There's like 3 cities in Origins that look just like that Greek city, dude. There's Greece is invading Egypt in that game. There's cities.
Yeah.
Like, also there's lots of grass and water. Like, this visually it looks identical to me. Like there's some like color wise and like the color palettes in cities. I don't know. I was worried that this would be too related. I just don't know if I don't know if I'm ready for more of the same.
Act like it.
They're gonna have to show me how this is different than Assassin's Creed Origins, basically. Oh, there's bears. That's cool.
Yep. No bears in Egypt, right?
Like, there better be at least the Colosseum.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Across the mountains and the seas.
Like right now, everything they're showing me looks just like Assassin's Creed Origins.
Journeys with you.
Like,
I
can easily see how all the missions. Oh, here we go. There's something that isn't wide scale war.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of that. You'd go with like 5 dudes occasionally, but not many more than that. That logo even looks similar.
Yeah, it does.
Color and everything. Like, obviously it's the same engine and it's the next year. Like, that's part of the reason I'm hesitant, is because this is like the last one just came out last year. Not really thrilled about a yearly releases for this again.
I'm creative director of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is more than just an adventure. It truly is a role-playing journey. You will explore, on land and sea, one of the most iconic and influential settings in human history, ancient Greece. The golden age of Athens saw the rise of democracy, modern medicine, revolutionary art.
I wonder how close this is set to Origins.
But it was also a time of war. A devastating conflict between Sparta and Athens, the Peloponnesian War, divided the Greek world and changed the course of history. In this world of contrast and opportunity, this land shaped by the gods rages a battle between order and chaos. This is where your adventure begins. You, a simple mercenary, an outcast, to take on an incredible quest to save your loved ones and become the legendary Greek hero Greece desperately needs. Our teams in Quebec and from around the world have spent the last 3 years putting all their energy, passion, and dedication into this project.
Like, you see the building they're showing off in the background, Kyle? You can climb a building like that in Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah, I've climbed that building.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, right? There's so much Greek architecture in that aesthetically. You know how I feel about this franchise. The weirder each one is, the better. Because it's all about the world, right? So if the world's just the same world again, then the plot and character better be good.
Sand. Well,
right? That's why I was okay with Brotherhood, because Ezio ruled. So,
yeah.
And also the Animus stuff in that game, those 2 games were and Brotherhood were fantastic, right? The side behind the scenes story was still really good. Okay. So you get to pick they're one of the either
Bayek or Aya.
Instead of playing a little bit of both. Yeah. Because you play a little bit of both in Origins, as you saw, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure you only get Aya during boat missions.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, she was there for some of the Bayek missions, but
yeah, but like you only play her.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Leonidas' spear.
Yeah, like this just looks like the beginning of the game with your father taking you hunting when you're Bayek. This is... Go learn your hunting, kid.
Think of Leonidas.
Then go look at the stars and align the thing. If there's a lot of those same things, I don't know.
Think of Gerard Butler.
You share in his blood and the strength he possessed.
The broken spear of Leonidas gives you access to powerful ranged, combat, and stealth abilities that you can unleash on your enemies.
So you're Leonidas' son?
Well, no, he referred to him as Leonidas instead of his father.
No, but in game, didn't she say your father? Spear? To the kid?
I don't...
That's what I thought I heard. which would then imply that if it's Leonidas' spear and she's giving it to the kid as his father's spear, then it would 100%. I mean, that's not a bad. What if you're just the children of Leonidas?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Gerard Butler's children.
And for the first time, we have deeply changed the way we tell stories in Assassin's Creed. You can now truly interact with history like never before.
Perhaps when I was thinner, both in weight.
Oh, Socrates.
Yeah.
So tell me, were you able to resolve the situation without bloodshed?
The rebel had guards. I relieved them.
Interesting. You thought the life of a thief and a murderer was worth more than that of soldiers doing their duty.
I wasn't even thinking about him, to be honest.
And what of the rebel?
Okay. Hey, some dialogue choices. That actually, I don't mind that.
He should be halfway to Mykonos.
Yeah, so they're making it more of an RPG.
You let that lunatic run
That's
loose.
Are
you sure
that's what I
was
assumed.
wise?
I'm not sure approaching you was wise.
Our choices are like ripples on water. They seem tiny and insignificant at the beginning, but they can become devastating.
Seems like the dialogue choices, though, are more in line with something like a Skyrim than a Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Which doesn't shock me, because I felt like their franchise Origins was way more of a Bethesda-like than anything else, in my opinion.
For you at home, here's a full gameplay sequence of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Thank you. Have a great E3.
Also,
and I can imagine.
You think, or like, I was just my head fills in Origins as soon as he says Assassin's Creed.
It's also the same letter. Oh, Odyssey.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry. 431 BCE. I don't remember specifically when Origins was, but they probably
was earlier than that. 2000 BC, like 5,000 to 2000 or something.
I think it was, yeah. I think we were right at the end of that, so it's probably only a couple of thousand, 1,500 years maybe or something.
Out on this one, yeah.
Yeah, if they're gonna approach these more like Bethesda games, honestly, like, hey, you just start the game and just do whatever you want from the beginning, like, that's the one thing I would be curious with this one, if it has the same thing like level cap zones. Like, you could run anywhere, but you couldn't do certain encampments that were way higher level, right? You would just get wrecked. In Origins.
I mean, they didn't gate you like from like actually stopping from doing it.
They didn't gate you from going and getting killed. No.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, but like, you just couldn't win in certain. Yeah, you basically just had to skip over certain side things just based on level.
Yeah.
And this looks like there's a level that this just looks like Assassin's Creed Origins right now. The HUD, everything.
Mykonos Island.
Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, as you say, you praise the fuck out of the HUD.
Read me the note again.
Eagle-bearing Mystios. That's you. We are a small but fierce group of rebels who'd pay you handsomely to help us overthrow our Athenian oppressors. A warrior named Diocles
overthrowing Athenian oppressors. So we did some of that in Assassin's Creed Origins as well. Granted, different time period, but
Athena's always been oppressing.
What did your informant
religion, right?
Word has already spread of you sinking those ships.
I'm sure this is gonna have its own hooks. But like, you see the little Philrakis, the meter at the bottom? Do you remember in Origins, the Philakis that had a similar meter? Like,
an Athenian ally
who's at war with Sparta.
Even though I praised the shit out of that game, it just came out. Like, it literally came out like 6 months ago.
Protect you, Cassandra.
Thanks, Varnavas. But they'll be too busy protecting Diocles from me.
Basically, what I'm saying, Kyle, is this: if this is just going to be more AC Origins, it's got to have. The dialogue wheel is a good option. I need to see more hooks. It needs to be more. What did you do then to get me in? Because if this is just
yeah, this will end up being in my house either way.
You can't even say reskinned at this point because like it's just a different time period with similar skin.
Yeah, this will end up being in my household either way because Alex is always. Really big into the lore parts of things anyway, and that part you can't. Like, what you say, like
the history stuff, that's all different. The writing, yeah. I mean, you might be dealing with similar.
And with it already being in my household, I'm going to end up playing it.
Similar themes and things like that, obviously, but
yeah.
Yeah, right now everything from the UI, you got your ultimate meter there at the bottom that charges. Yep. Then I'm assuming you have different ultimates based on the weapons you're using. Yep. Fire weapons. I mean, you would have just seen some of this recently.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, some of AC Origins.
Yeah, we did that on Showcase.
This looks very...
4 days ago.
These animations of these combat, like, she's got the double blades. There are double blades in AC Origins, I think. I don't remember.
You really should have left me alone.
Luke, yeah. He can carry his body, yeah. Got the mercenary helmet, yep. This menu. Okay, so you got different types. Hunter, assassin, okay. I wonder if it doesn't have loot for weapons. I wonder if your weapons are based on your...
class or whatever? Or
yeah.
which character you are?
So they're hero unting it to a degree, yeah. Well, no, it's because you see how she has 3 different trees there. I wonder if whatever you pick, maybe you can pick between the three weapon subtypes.
Yeah.
Based on those specializations or something. That means no weapon loot though, which is kind of which would be kind of a bummer. I couldn't see it there on that menu quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a bandit camp. Sorry, Spartan camp. Oh, I don't want to seem bummed about it. That's the thing, because I love Origins.
Yeah, because you are super bummed for somebody who really loved the game that came right before it.
It's just, I'm not actually bummed. It's just, it's so soon.
I think you could have fooled me, dude.
The mercenary who bears the eagle of Zeus. You got my message.
It said something about paying me handsomely.
Mercenaries.
Athenians have enslaved our people for too long. Help us free Mykonos from their grasp, and you'll have...
Ryan, could you return to the center of the frame, please?
Oh, sorry, I was leaning again. I do that sometimes.
I know, it's fine.
I'm here to kill Theocles, not go to war.
I'm kind of curious the depth of these dialogue choices. Like, I wonder if it's like the reason I compared it to Skyrim is because I could very easily see it. The decisions you make don't really matter till the end when you make which side are you going to go with, you know?
Yeah.
Join us in battle. If you're half the warrior Kira says you are.
Oh, can you join the other people?
These Athenians into dust.
All right, Spartan. I'll fight with you. But Theocles is mine.
To battle then.
I wonder if you choose don't fight with them, if you can come back and fight with them, or if that was like a choice, like, no, I'm fighting with the other side, because it didn't word it like that, so.
Yeah.
But I do like
what
that.
I would imagine if there's 2 sides, the first one gives you, I'll fight with you, or I'm not
gonna fight. Yeah, so like the Jarl or the Imperials in Nord. You could back away from each of those conversations and build your relationships with each of them, but you had to pick a side. You had to eventually pick one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay, well, some new rad animations there that were really good. Yeah, and then you get these big scale battles, so this is a little bit different. Yeah. Oh man, we got a Mr. Shakedown here.
Yeah, we do. Named enemy.
Yeah. That's common. Again, I don't know how much Assassin's Creed you played. Origins, I mean, specifically. This is much different than old Assassin's Creed.
Her ultimate bar, she's using pieces of it instead of just using the entire ultimate.
Yeah, I wonder if there's specific abilities tied to, like, I wonder if it's like a energy meter, you know, and certain abilities take like MMO style.
You're from Yakuza.
Yeah.
So that was pretty rad.
Or a game I'm playing right now, Darksiders 2. It has a wrath meter, and some of your abilities are linked to that. More underwater stuff with a shark, that excites me. There's a hook that excites me. The underwater stuff in Origins is a little sparse right now.
Yeah.
There's oceans, but I've like swum to the bottom of them and it's like, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
I mean, they do some sunken ships and stuff, but... Okay.
Shing!
And I'm sure there'll be a Coliseum and a whole subplot about that.
I mean, yeah. That is something that if they did not repeat, I would have been annoyed about, because Coliseum missions are always great in everything.
Well, yeah, and they had their...
But one of the best parts of Cyrodiil, dude.
They had an arena in like, it wasn't a full-on Coliseum, but an arena in Origins. Well, a couple spots of them.
Well, yeah, because the Coliseum is the Coliseum. Here's everyone who was on stage earlier.
Thank you for joining us.
Here's a guy on the motorcycle helmet.
Also, the dude on the far left just did this thing.
It's an honor to work with some of the best in the world. Congratulations on a great show.
It's a good show. High energy.
Trials guy.
Yeah. And they both are well helmets. It's recording from there. Oh, God, buddy.
And I am particularly excited about the future of technology and the positive role games will play in shaping our society. To create these games, we need to work even more openly with you, the gamers. Because we know when we do that together, everything gets better. So have a great history. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eves. That's Ubisoft, Kyle.
Yep. Oh no, lady.
I paused now. It's
a good move. She tried hi everybodying, and then she was like, "Oh wait, never mind." But like her mic was on, so it was like, "No, you should have kept going."
Oh, it's like she thought she was starting and then stopped.
Yeah, but like she actually had started.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh no."
That was Ubi. Most of what they showed were known commodities. They were stuff that either was shown last year, like Skull and Bones, and the transference. So I got that right with the Elijah Wood thing.
Yep, you did.
And then like Assassin's Creed got leaked, so they obviously announced that in advance. We knew about the Crew 2 because it's coming out in like a week, because they showed that last year. So it's kind of just a follow up, similar to Square, except they had some. I'm trying to think, that didn't really have many surprises. For like they nice for them to show some DLC though, especially that a bunch of it's going to be free. Like Rainbow Six is going to have some free DLC. Seemed like For Honor as well is going to have some free DLC.
Yeah,
so it's pretty interesting. They showed some more details, I guess, for the Division 2, and that it's all that they're going to do all their content patches, at least up till this point. Like the map that they showed was all free. I don't know if that means that they will charge for an expansion at some point. Maybe they'll do their little DLC, like you know how Destiny has the little DLC. Maybe they'll do little DLC for free and then charge for a big base expansion, or maybe they'll just release it. We'll just do little DLC for free and then eventually release the Division 3, right? So who knows how they decide to do that, but interesting press conference.
Yeah.
Some panda charm at the beginning with the dancing. Yeah. What would you say you're most interested in out of? The big surprise, I guess, was the two Nintendo things. We had the Donkey Kong Rabbids free DLC, or was that free? Did that say it was free?
I didn't.
No, I don't think so. But there was the Mario and Rabbids DLC that featured Donkey Kong, and then there was also the Starlink Battle for Atlas, which looks like a pretty interesting game, which we didn't get confirmed whether or not it was actually 100% Toys to Life, right? It seemed like there was a Toys to Life hook, but whether that's full-on Skylanders where you need to like have to actually own the individual ships to even play with any of those characters.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm fucking out.
Well, what if that's the case, but like when you buy the game, it gives you, if you buy the game physically, it gives you like 3 pilots, like enough to play the game.
I'm not.
Because you're like, you just want the whole selection. You want Mass Effect. You want the ability to choose your party members based on in-game. Yeah. Yep. So if you can just play the game with all the party members minus Star Fox, who you'd have to pay for, you would be okay doing that.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Getting the Star Fox amiibo and be like, just screw it all.
Even if I didn't buy it, like I'd be like, okay with like, okay, if you want to throw in Star Fox as a side thing to get a little extra cash for some people, that's fine with me.
Yeah, okay.
If it's like, well, you can technically play the game, but here's 10% of the content unless you buy more of the shit. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's pretty random. Hopefully it's not completely Toys to Life, because that actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah, right up until the Toys to Life. Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like something I'd like to check out. So.
Yeah.
And Beyond Good and Evil 2, yeah, that's something that maybe I'll look into as well more. That looked, they showed a little bit more of that. They showed some gameplay of that, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe we about covered what we saw.
Yeah, I think that's
about everything.
Yeah. That's you have any final thoughts, Ryan?
I mean, what did you think of Assassin's Creed? Like, I guess we can discuss a little bit of that.
I mean, like I think we kind of covered it while we were watching the stuff for it. I think that
like I said, I seemed bummed, but like realistically speaking, Assassin's Creed was my game of the year last year. I put 60 hours into that game pretty fast, and I've since put it down, not due to like me wanting to put it down, but because it's such a long game and there's so much to do in it that I wanted to savor it.
Yeah.
I wanted to savor it. And now that they're releasing another one that's so similar, like I was one of the people who was a big proponent when Assassin's Creed got off the yearly cycle. Like that's what I love the most about Origins, is I had just enough time to be like, I'm done. I flushed it all out of my system. And then this was such a new thing that it was just like, perfect. I'm definitely on board. But like obviously seeing them double down on some of the stuff that they did in Origins, I like some of the more loose RPG mechanics. Like I remember saying this to you and a little bit during the conference, that Origins really reminded me of Ubisoft learning lessons from like other open world games, like specifically like Skyrim and Bethesda, but as well as like Witcher and like obviously modern games like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Metal Gear Solid 5 and even Horizon. But in my opinion, those games were also taking from Witcher and Bethesda. Like, to be fair, I feel like a lot of them were taking from Bethesda, like elements of Bethesda, but like different engines, right? They're like, hey, what if our combat, or what if our crafting, or what, right? But the whole concept of, so you start the game, do what you want. It's a giant world. Go, you know what I mean? That became a big selling point after Skyrim came out. And I'm glad that more places have gone that. And it seems like more places are going, especially with this, or what Origins did, way more RPG. You know what I mean? Way more loot focused. This seems to be a little bit of a hybrid, because it looked like there might have been specializations with more subclass stuff. And you know what I mean? Like, we weren't completely sure if you were picking up weapons or because you know how he was making a big focus about using the Spear of Leonidas. I'm kind of wondering if each of those specific subclasses, the big focus is you have a legendary, you know what I mean? Like a in history weapon of some sort, right? Throughout lineage. So then instead of it being random loot, you're like leveling up and giving extra abilities or something to your specific weapon, right? Which that would be a change that I'm 100% down with, because that would at least be, you know, that would at least be a different type of progression. Then you're not like, maybe your armor and the rest of your getup is all loot, but then at least there's something there that, you know what I mean, from a progression perspective, that's a little nuanced and different. So, but I'm not overall bummed on it. I think I need to see it in action, see what people think of it, and ultimately see what is specifically different about it than Origins, like, just so I know what I'm getting to, because otherwise I'm just going to finish Origins before I even check that out, right? Because it's like, why would I even, you know?
Yeah, I got what you mean, dude.
That's about it, though.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for Ubisoft. We'll be back, I say later tonight for us, but probably with PC, since we're working around a change schedule.
Yes, with PC, and then we also have Sony to do, and I believe that Devolver maybe.
Nintendo.
Oh, sorry, Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo's currently airing today, or probably has already finished.
Yeah, it's definitely done by now.
So we'll have Sony and Nintendo, and then the PC gaming coming up.
All right.
Cheers.
And we will see you guys in the next conference.